Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. Okay, so here, what is Maven? So when we say Maven, it's a build tool. Yeah. Now you will ask me what is a build tool then? So build tool is doing the building operation. Building means software building. Software building means primarily, if you understand in this way, um, compiling. So sometime if you have a project in Java, .NET and all, then you need a build operations. So you need to compile that code. Before compilation, you have to have a few directory structure created and then clean up some, download the source code, download the dependent libraries, doing something related to compilation process and followed by unit testing process and followed by packaging process. So more or less this process we call it a building process, creating a packages and all. So yes, Maven will help you for building the package, building the source code, doing the unit testing and building the package. But for what project? Java project. Okay, so Maven is for a Java build tool actually, Java based build tool. If you want, let's say .NET, then you can go for MS build and different programming languages. We have a different build tools. Maven is one of the very dominant player in the Java domain. So that's a build tool. Now this is open source. Okay, this is open source and it is free also. Developed in Java, that is done, and from Apache. So this is something which is Maven. Why do we need it? For build operations, automations. Why? Build automations. Now next thing is how to install Maven. Okay, so installation process is not that tedious. Very simple thing. Download, extract the package, and set a path in path. Did you understand this statement last one? Set a path in path.
No.
So let me tell you. So first let's download this. So here download Maven here. Don't download source code because you have to compile it and then use it, which is not required. These are the ready to use, so binary package. So it's a zip file, download it and extract it. So I usually do in the C drive, right? So let me show you C drive, tools, and this one. You see that here. So when you extract it, you will get this kind of file structure. Simple. Now, last statement is set a path in path. What does that mean? Set a path in path. So set a path in path means you have to this one, okay, bin directory. You have to add in the path. You path environment variable. That's all. So this we have to do that. Let me show you. Environment variable. Go to this, and there's a path. Edit, and do you see somewhere? Here it is. So you can add this and add that path. That's like this, and then I'm done. I twice I did it. It was done for me. So now did you understand this statement? All of you? Hello?
Yes. So what you mean to
Okay.
say is take the directory where Maven is installed into the environment path. That's what you mean, path to
Bin,
path.
bin, bin, bin.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that's all. Now, how do we verify? So yes, go to the command line, mbn, and here you see that if it says command not found, that means you know that it's not set properly. But if it is this kind of error is coming, that is good. Now, next question is what to do? What to do? So if you see that here, this is I type Maven, okay, and then here it says no goals have been specified for this build. So here, next question is what is goal? I have a question. I want to know understand this. Here it says you must specify valid life cycle. What is life cycle? What is phase? All this thing. What is goal? Just now I said. Here you have a plugin and then goal. What is this? Right? So these are the keywords you need to understand. Okay. So that is a things which we have to do. Okay. So now I want to show you one page which will help you to visualize this. So Maven versus Ant here. So look at this here. If you look at it very carefully, Maven and Ant name you have a pom.xml for Maven, and we have a build.xml. Project name manual, project directory structure automatic, and you see that mostly is automatic only. And build preparation, downloading the dependencies, compilation, testing, packaging, versioning, deployment, site cleanup, generation and cleanup, everything is automatic. Whereas in Ant, everything is manual. So what does that mean? So I'll put it in a very simple way. See, understand this way. Uh, in order to do the build operations, okay, you need to have a project. Understand this way. So you need to have a project. So project directory structure very initially it will be created. Standard directory structure for the project, coding project.
Hmm.
Okay. So how do we create it? Maven. So in Ant you have to create manually. Maven here automated way. Preparing the build, downloading the dependency, compilation, testing, packaging, everything you have to do it in order to build automation. If you see that in Ant or MS Build or Enant, many other build tools are there. In this, you have a manual. Manual means you need to write a code, you need to write a logic for it. But Maven says, hey, Maven says, if you understand me, then I will automate for everything for you. That means if you understand me, I will create a directory structure. I will help you to prepare a build. I will download your dependency. I will compile it. I will test it. I will package it. Everything. You don't have to write even a single line of script. That is what Maven is saying. Good. So that means what Maven is demanding, hey, just understand me. Rest of the things I will automate for you. What other tools are saying, hey, you need to come up with a logic and you need to write a script for it and then it can be done. Are you understanding? Simple way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the stuff. So what I need to do? That's all. We need to know Maven. That's all. How it works. And rest of the things is automated. So now how do we start it? So first you should start with life cycle. Okay. So let me try to check it out life cycle. So here Maven life cycle. And here you go. So here you understand the life cycle, phases, and goal. This we need to understand. Okay. So in these three things we need to understand. So what is this? So guys, life cycle means life cycle. You see that here. This is the human life cycle. Now I want you to understand one thing very clearly. In the life cycle rule, what happens? Um, Here, let's say you cannot directly become, let's say, young. Can you? You have to first born, kid, teen, then young. Correct now?
Hmm.
So that's the thing. Now, if you want to die somewhere here, then you have to follow all this process naturally. Okay. So this is the what is this? So this is called phases. Correct now? So this is
Hmm.
the phase one, phase two, phase three. This is your teen phase, and this is adult phase, and so on. Simple logic. This is called life cycle. So now question is how this life cycle use in the software development. So guys here software development life cycle. So this you are very comfortable software development. Correct now? So first we do analysis, then design, then development, then testing, then deployment and maintenance. Can you do directly development? No, not possible. Can you do the deployment without testing? Not possible. So you have to do this in a life cycle manner. And these are the phases. Agree with me? Correct now?
Yeah.
So the same logic, what we have, build life cycle in Maven for managing what? Build process. So Maven has converted the multiple, I mean, given few phases to manage what? Software build process. Then we'll say, okay, I want to know that. So here you have this one. Look at this. Okay. So here, if you see that there is a Maven life cycle for what? Maven life cycle for what? For managing the build phases of software project. So they have a three life cycle: clean, default, and site. So the build life cycle, this one default is the one which we are talking about. This is the default one. So now how many phases you have? So here you have 24 phases actually. Look at this. That means Maven has these many phases. These phases, whichever you have, first validate, compile, test, package, integration test, verify, install, deploy. So these are the phases actually. Okay. Not all of this is written, not required also. So here you see these are the phases you have. Again you see default life cycle. These are the phases you have, and so on. So are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah. You just said not all of them is required. Sorry, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. All of them we don't use it. Few of them use it. Okay. So here we have life cycle, one of the life cycle, build life cycle, and then we have a phases. So here, what is a phase? Some of the popular phase which you use every day, compile phase. Okay. So here compile, validate, compile, test, pitch. So this is a phase. Okay. Test, package, and install and deploy. So these are the everyday we use it. So these are the phases. Don't get confused. Life cycle has multiple phases. Theoretically, we have 24 phases, which I showed you somewhere here in this places in this image. This is the image. Okay. But these are the things which is 99.99% we use it. So far so good, all of you.
Y-
Yeah. Now next question is, let's say you have some project, okay? You have some project. So if you have a project, how can you take your project? Please look at my um, sentence, okay? You have a project, uh, some Java code or whatever it is. So how can you take that project to compile fetch plus compile, correct now?
You have to validate first.
I'm audible?
Now you are.
Yeah. So if you compile, it will happen here. Let's say if you do the test, validate, compile, and test. Simple rule. If you package, validate, compile, test, and package. That's a rule of life cycle. Agree with me?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So now the question is, how can I take my project to test phase? How can I do that? That mantras which will help my project to take the test phase means validate, compile, test. How can I do that? And that we call it goal. What we call it? Goal. So the goal name is similar to phase name. Don't get confused. Conceptually, phase is different and goal is different. Phase which depict the one what phase your project is at, reach to that. But these goals will help you to reach to that phases. Here names are same. Don't get confused. Conceptually, it's a different thing. Now this compile is nothing but from plugin. Now what is plugin? So this all goal has written in plugin, separate plugin. Now the question you will ask me, what is plugin? So what has happened? Maven has written in a certain framework. So every features you have in form of plugin. Okay. So plugin one feature like that. So there's one feature maybe compiler plugin. Everything in Maven is form of plugin, and this plugin is nothing but a jar file. Okay. Are you understanding all of you?
Hmm.
Okay. So now simple thing, life cycle. So Maven has given a life cycle. Multiple phases are there. To reach to that phases, we have a goal. It's the same. And these goals are nothing but a plugin which is written in jar file in Maven. So here if you see that, now you understand life cycle, phases, goal, and this is the full form of goal. So this is the plugin name, this is the goal name. Are you understanding all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now the next question is how good can we get started? So look at this here, this image. So we will start with what? So I need first day of my project. You need to have project directory structure. What is the name of the project? Let's call it a DevOps X. And project directory structure, I want to create it. How do we create it? So for that, you have a plugin. Now the question is, the plugin name is archetype. So remember all the time, archetype. I'm not able to. Here is archetypes. So this is the one plugin name. Like that, we have hundreds of plugins in Maven. So archetype is one plugin. What exactly it will do? It creates a skeleton just like this. Okay. So what types of skeleton you will create? So these are the types of skeleton. If you're a Java programmer, you'll understand faster. These are the type of done. So now how do we do that? So this is the command to use this archetype plugin generate. If you want to hard code more option, because this will pop up so many options. So here you are saying, hey, let me copy paste this one. So here you are saying Maven plugin goal. Okay. So generate is a goal name, just like compile, test, package. This is the goal name, and this is the plugin name. This in this format is written. Okay. And now if you see capital D, capital D, capital D. So this capital D is basically for Maven. It's a pass username, I mean key and value, I mean variables and value and variables. So this is a group ID, artifact ID, and few more. So now the question is, what is group ID and artifact ID? This is something which you need to discuss. Okay. So anyone have idea what is a group ID and artifact ID? Anyone? All of you? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
So here group ID and artifact ID is something like a packaging structure. Okay, packaging structure. So here com represent one directory. This is a subdirectory of this directory. This is a directory of this directory, like that. And this is your final directory. So this represent packaging structure. In this any programming language, if you go, you will see one line which is import, and second line you see something like this, uh, package and import, something like, let's say, junit dot xyz. Have you seen this package and import in programs? So this means the file, let's say file 1.java, this will be stored in this structure. That is a package means. And import means whatever the code you are running, you are importing the, including the different class file, different code during the runtime. That is what you are doing package. So let me show you that simple one. So let's go GitHub, Java sample, Java project. And it's not for Java, any project, any, you will see that. So let's say calculator, some project. And if you see that here, go to the src, go to the main, and you see java.com.how.calculator. And here app.java, see package, com, see here, com, this one. And they have written this code by importing some other code which is at these locations. UI calculator. So calculator UI, and this is the one. So this is the way modular programming is written in Java. Are you understanding?
Yeah,
So group ID is equal to your directory structure, and artifact ID is your artifact ID. So like that. So this is a code skeleton I'm going to create. So let me do that in front of you. So here Maven, okay, and here I'm creating, this is empty directory, copy. So this command will create a directory structure, okay, enter. This is the same directory structure which we create very first day of your new project creation. So you should read all this thing slowly, you will get to it. Now this structure which is created, you want to see that, look at this. So if you see that very carefully, okay, so all the source code will be inside this directory, and all the test code will be inside this directory. Okay, so this place dev team will write a code, this place QA team will write a code, and this is the whole structure of yours. This is the basic structure. Depends on the different types of projects, you can change the structure also. Any questions?
Oh, nothing.
All of you? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. So this is the artifact name, and this is your place where you have the code for the product, code for the testing the product. This skeleton we got created. Remember that I showed you the command for creating skeleton. See, project directory structure automatic in Maven. So we got created. If it is in a different build tools, you have to create a manually. Now this same structure, someone will copy to the GitHub, and all the developers will follow the same one. Now here, this file is a configuration file for this project. Project name is financial services. So this is the file POM. This is the XML file, and in full form you call it a project object model. So whatever you passed here, group ID, artifact ID, and a few default entries, it got added here. Here automatically it got created. So see here, just forget about this 4 line, not required. So here you have group ID, artifact ID. Maven support 4 versioning packaging type. One is a jar, one is EAR, another one is var, and then pom. So right now default is jar. Now Maven support 2 type of style of version number, version for package. One is release, one is snapshot. So snapshot is like a non-production. So and release means this is a release, okay, this is release. But the moment you add hyphen snapshot to any number, it'll become a non-release. That means still development is in progress. This is the name of your project, this is your company website, and if you see that here, this is the dependency. That means some of your code here, if you read this one, see here, read this one again, and here you have library dependency, okay. That means Maven download the dependency for you. How it download, we need to discuss in a while, but Maven download the dependencies on behalf of you. So for that, what you need to do, you need to put the dependency in the pom.xml. How this is working, I will need to teach you actually, but this is how it is. So this is the pom.xml, and if any other dependencies you need it, you have to add in this file like this, and so on. Okay, so now what we did, if you see that here, I need to, skeleton is created, pom.xml is this one. Now what to do? So I need to become a programmer, okay, programmer, and someone has to become a testing team. So let's say I've started writing a code, go to the directory structure, and I'm writing a code, fake code, hello world, I'm typing it. So here I'll just name it one. Class name has to be match. So here one done. So let's say coding is done. Added one file, you can add hundreds of more files. So like that, programming has to happen. Now the question is, testing team will write a code here, product team will write a code here, and they will commit and push it after the local testing. So the question is, how can we do that? Compilation, testing, packaging, and these three things primarily. How can we do that? So far so good. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So now what to do? So here I'll go to command line, and here the place we have a pom.xml. You see, how do I take my project to the compile phase? I need to use goal name compile. So mvn compile, and see that I told you, Maven says, if you understand me, I will automate everything for you. So now I did the compile, okay, and this is one of the errors. So here you see jarring during the compilation. There is a compilation error, and here it says some supported longer, and also this is Java typical issues. Okay, so Java, when some code is written in old version and some code is written in new version, then this is coming. So what to do? Just copy paste enter and put it in Google, and here it is, solutions. This is a regular issues. What is the solution? Go to the pom.xml, add this line, and it will fix that. Let me go to the pom.xml, and here under the project, copy paste it. These are the compiler source. We are saying, hey, downgrade to 1.6. I think 1.11 I'm having it. It's okay. So now again compile. Done. If you see that, two file got compiled in these locations. So anything you do, compilation or something, this directory will be created, and this directory will be having output. So for example, classes, if you want to see compiled code, here it is. Two code I had written, so two class file I got it. So everything will be copied in the target directory. So now you understood that how can it be automatically done? All of you change the file code, and nothing need to know, nothing need to change, just ambient compile, and everything is done. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so how do you do the testing? So testing will do the compilation also and testing also. So I have a one test cases, which is a dummy one, which got created with the skeleton itself. So here it is. And this test cases, if you open up, you see importing the JUnit. So because of this importing a JUnit, you have to add this one, download dependencies. That's all. So what to do? Nothing else. MVN test, enter. And you see here, if you look at it a little bit carefully, so when I do ambient test, it compile also. See here, compile and then test. Okay, success. Where is the test reports? So under the target, surfire reports, here it is. And the classes will be inside this place. Or this is the classes, test classes, here it is. Only one class you'll have here. Okay, and reports are here. This is XML file, this is the reports. JUnit, if you know, then it'll be easy for you, but no need to struggle for it. Slowly, once you start working, you'll get it. So that is done. Testing also done. Now can I package it? So let me package. Symbian package. So after the package, see here. So when you package, again it got compiled here. Again it got tested, and again now packaging. So where's the package? Here it is. So you saw that I am writing even not even one line of code, and everything has been automated. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So now you must be wondering, how come this dependency is being downloaded, library dependency. So when you write in pom.xml, how this is being downloaded? Maven is dependency management tool. That means Maven will download the dependency on behalf of you. So how it's been done? So what to do here? Maven read the pom.xml. Okay. When you run any commands like a compile or test or package or something like that, so Maven read the pom.xml. Now after reading the pom.xml, what Maven is doing, you know what? Maven is reading the pom.xml and dependencies here. Okay, so here dependency, there is only one package, dependency group id, artifact id, version, and da da da. So what happens after reading the Maven, this one, it is going and checking jar file in local repository, local repo. Now you will think, where is a local repo? So local repo always, it's a default. Until you change it, that's a different case, but a default is in your user home .m2. Here it is, this is the one. So you will have in the local repo. So let me check this jar file junit 3.8.1 is in local repo or not. That means this location or not. So here I go to this one, junit here and here. You have it right in the local repo. So it is checking the jar in local repo and set in the path, class path. Okay, class path of Java. If it is not found, then what happening? Okay, if found, something like this, do this. What about if not found? What will happen? So you know what? It download from central to local. Now local, I understood this is the location, but where is the central? So central means this one, Maven repo dot apache dot this the place. Can we take you? Unit, unit, this one, and here is a jar file. Got it, all of you? Hello? And it will download to local. Local means this one. And then,
Uh, this is everything has happened in the local thing, right? Like, so you'll be also covering it in the pipeline, the build and the other things using the agents, pipeline
yeah,
agents. Okay,
pipeline
got
is
it.
long way to go. Now we are still learning the building blocks.
I know
Building
that. I
blocks
know that.
means, yeah.
So,
So
so this will be.
Maven, Gradle, here is a pipeline, Jenkins, long
Okay,
back to go.
got it. Yeah.
So we are learning each building block for CI/CD.
Okay.
So how this Maven is downloading? All of you clear? Maven read the dependencies here, then check in the local repo. If found, set in the class path. Not found, download from central to local and set in a class path. So let me do one thing. Let me prove the second scenario. If not found, for that I have to delete this. So I'm deleting JUnit from my local. And now I'm trying to package. And if you see little bit log file, little bit carefully, see downloading, right? And if you see that here, JUnit, I deleted last time, and this one. This is also downloaded because this is transition dependencies, so they automatically do that. So guys, did you understand that how that Maven is playing a dependency management functionality? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now this is the stuff. Now if you want to set some properties in the here, you can add it properties. Okay. So you can, this is the built-in property. Custom property, you can add it like, let's say my name, and here you can say closing this. So this is the property, and this can be anything. And how do you use it? This one, let's say test. So if you want to use this one here, dollar my name, something like this, you can use it properties. So this is the custom property, also you can use it. So yes, this is something which is Maven. So what we need to remember all the time, you need to remember, if you want to bring the project to compile, Maven compile. If you want to bring the project to the test phase, Maven test, Maven package, and this is Artifactory goals. Artifactory means the one tool we have upcoming. So I'll discuss with you. And then these properties and dependencies like this. Any questions so far?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devoxschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.